Stand by for Dragon Ball Z. Coming next.
Hey everyone, welcome to my new video, and today I'm showing off my entire Dragon Ball Z box set collection. So I recently purchased this whole set off eBay for a pretty good price, I think. They were asking for quite a bit and I negotiated it down to what I was willing to pay, so I think I got a good deal. These are becoming quite rare now, these box sets. These are Australian releases. They were released in the early 2000s, I think from around 2002 to 2004, pretty much around when Dragon Ball Z was airing on TV, or the end of it anyway. This is a quite unique box set, similar to the Dragon Box, but not as good. I would say it's probably a step down from the Dragon Box, and probably superior in some ways to what's being released today, apart from the image quality, because in these earlier box sets from the Saiyan saga and maybe the Frieza and Namek saga, the quality's not quite nice, but if you watch this when it first aired in the late 90s and early 2000s, I mean, it pretty much looks like what you watched on TV. The one thing this set has over the Dragon Box is the Bruce Faulkner music. So it's got all the original music from the Funimation Dub as well, which is very cool. And that's another thing, this is exactly what you watched on TV. So from the Saiyan saga to the Namek saga, you have the complete Ocean dub, and then after that it's the Funimation Dub. And you can see the transition between them and how fresh the Funimation crew were, because some of the dialogue is just a bit wonky and all over the place.
The man you let go could cause your downfall. No way, not him.
But rewatching the Ocean dub, I've got to say, it's not bad. Some of the voice acting in that original Saiyan arc and the Frieza arc is pretty good, I reckon. I have watched some of the Ocean dub from like the Android saga, and that's when it gets a bit funny. And I'm going to tell you the way I watch Dragon Ball Z, and it's not one particular way, so I'll get to that after all of this. But these DVDs, like I said, they're getting really rare. Each box comes with a few different DVD cases, and each DVD comes with about 3 episodes on each disc. I think maybe a couple have 2 episodes on a disc. With the earlier box sets, like the Saiyan Conflict, you don't get much more than just the episodes. But in the later box sets, that's when you start getting some really cool features. You get like advertisements from when it was being aired on TV.
For all the latest Dragon Ball Z news, competitions and other cool stuff, check out dragonballz.com.au.
And then in some of the later ones, you can actually watch it subbed, which is pretty interesting, like that they were releasing subbed versions way back then. And of course, I've got the entire collection of all 15 movies, which is 13 of the original films plus the 2 TV specials, The History of Trunks and Bardock, the father of Goku. And I gotta say, The History of Trunks is still my most favorite thing from all of Dragon Ball. It is just so good, and Bardock is below that. And I gotta say, I like them better than the new Broly movie, and I haven't watched Superhero yet, but these still rank as my favorite films. And one of the things I didn't like about Broly is how they sort of retconned Bardock and then everything after that with him. I'm just not a fan of. You know, you can argue that it's not canon, but there's so much stuff, especially after the Cell Saga, going into Buu Saga. Everything after that just gets a bit too much for me, so I just like to keep it simple with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And so, is this the best way to watch Dragon Ball Z? Well, it really depends on your preference. Like, I know a lot of people like me who grew up with Dragon Ball Z, they really prefer watching it this way. People that were a little bit younger and grew up with Dragon Ball Z Kai definitely prefer Kai. Like, Dragon Ball Z Kai is incredible, but I cannot get over the change of voice actors with Bulma and Gohan. I really like Stephanie Naldine's Gohan and Tiffany Vollmer's Bulma. I really think they suit the character far better. And that's not taking away anything from the voice actors that replace them. It's just, I just have to watch Dragon Ball Z with those two voice actors. And you could say, oh, but you know, that's because you grew up with them. But I just feel that they fit the characters so much better. And going back to the history of Trunks, there's a scene in there where Bulma is saying goodbye to Trunks.
I am going to miss you, son.
I guess this is the end.
The emotion that she was able to bring out of the character just gave it an extra layer, and I don't see that with Bulma anymore. So yeah, that's just my opinion though. That's my take on it.
I want you back!
I love you.
I love you too, Trunks! If you only knew how much.
But I do watch Dragon Ball Z Kai in one saga, and I'll let you know what it is. So when I'm watching Dragon Ball Z, I prefer watching the Saiyan arc and the Namek saga with the Ocean dub. I think they do a really good job, and like I said, even though the characters' voices do change, I think they're fine in this. And I think the voice of Gohan being that little kid, like smaller than he was, I think it actually suits him there as well. So I prefer that Gohan as well. When I'm watching the Frieza arc, so from Namek into the Frieza arc, I do actually prefer watching Kai for that section because, man, the Funimation dub and the transition between dubs, even though you can watch it remastered and they redo the voices, which is good, but it just drags on. It just drags on way too much, and that's where Kai is just so much better. And then from the Android saga to the end of Dragon Ball Z, I completely prefer the original Funimation dub. You can tell the voice actors were really getting into their characters and understanding their characters a lot more. So I think that's where it's more superior, especially in the Buu saga. I think some of the dialogue from the original Funimation dub is better than the Kai dub. But that's just my take on it. So that's my messy way of watching Dragon Ball Z. The Ocean dub, the original Funimation dub, and the Kai dub, they all have their pros and cons, for sure. And that's why I like to sort of mix it up. And if you haven't actually watched the Ocean dub, I really recommend you checking it out. They do cut quite a lot of it out, which is the biggest downfall of the whole thing. And you can tell when it is, like, they'll blow up a building, they'll say something like, oh, it's lucky for them that it's a Sunday, no one's working in those buildings. So it's a bit funny, and you can totally tell like that it's been changed, the dialogue. So yeah, that's my Dragon Ball Z DVD set, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, let me know how you like to watch Dragon Ball Z, or if you own any of these, and what you think of them. So yeah, that's it. My Dragon Ball Z complete DVD collection. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.